Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I bleach my knots and how to pluck a lace frontal properly. I know a lot of people struggle with this, so I'm going to try to make this video as detailed as possible. So if you want to see how I got this wig to look the way it does, just continue watching. Okay, so to start off, obviously you're gonna need a wig or a lace frontal. This one is from my brand, Case Artistry. I'm gonna leave the link for it down below. It is 12 inches, deep wave, and I'm just gonna get started by showing you guys what you need. So a bowl, a spoon, some 30 volume developer, and some bleaching powder. You can get all of this, of course, from the beauty supply store. So what I like to start by doing first is taking a spray bottle with some water and just spraying the front of the hairline. Because these wigs come pre-plucked, the baby hairs in the front can get in the way, so I always like to just take some water, spray it in the front, and just comb the hairs back. So right now I'm just showing you guys the inside of the wig. I did forget to mention that it is a 13x6, and right here I'm just going to be showing you guys what the knots look like up close. As you can tell, the knots on here are not that big, so it's not going to take that much time to process, and you'll see that I'm only going to leave the bleach on for about 20 minutes. So now I'm just going to go ahead and mix my bleaching powder and my developer together. The lower the developer, the longer it's going to take to process. The higher the developer, the shorter amount of time it is going to take to process. Don't be like me, wear gloves. I said this in my other hair video. Anytime I'm bleaching knots, please wear gloves. I'm just going to pour a little bit of developer in, and I'm looking for a thick consistency, kind of like frosting. Like, you do not want it to drip. So I'm going to just mix it and then show you guys the consistency. So as you can see, my consistency is very thick, and this is exactly how you want it. Please make sure that you don't make your mixture runny and watery, because it literally will seep right through the lace. So now that it's at the right consistency, I'm going to spread the bleach inside of the lace lightly, very, very, very lightly. Do not press the bleach into the lace, because again, it will go right through it. Because remember, the lace is it's holes, so if you press, it's gonna go right through. So make sure you're just spreading it on very, very, very lightly. So this is what it looked like when I've spread it all over. This is what you want it to look like. You do not want the bleach to go touching the roots. you just want it to lay lightly right on top of the lace so that it can bleach the little black dots. Then I'm just gonna let this sit for 20 minutes. So now that the 20 minutes is up, I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse this off with some water in my sink. This is cold water. And then I'm going to use the purple shampoo to take out the brassiness. And then I'm going to use a neutralizing shampoo to stop the bleaching process. So right now I'm just taking some Pantene conditioner and I'm just gonna go ahead, spread that throughout the hair, and then rinse everything off. In the next clip, I am gonna show you guys how much hair came out of this wig, and you're gonna be very surprised. So here I'm just showing you guys that only like literally 1 or 2 strands came out of this wig from the entire time that I've been passing my fingers through it and combing it out. So you already know what that means. This wig is a very good quality. Again, it is deep wave 12 inches 13 by 6, and I will leave the link for it down below. So this is what it looks like when I'm completely done. The knots are gone. Like literally it looks like this is growing out of my hand. Don't be afraid to leave your bleach on longer if your knots are bigger and are not completely like gone. You will be able to know because it will go from like black to brown. So trust me, you'll know. But usually when I'm using a 30 volume developer, 20 minutes is enough. If I have to leave it on a little bit longer, I will. But 20 minutes is usually fine. And right now this is giving scalp, like literally. And this is how much hair came out of the comb, which is literally nothing for some curly hair. So now moving on to plucking, I'm just going to comb the hair back, and then I'm going to take a rat tail comb and just part out the hairline. As you can see where that space is, behind it gets a little bit thicker, so that's what we're going to work on. You do not want to pluck the front of the hairline because the wigs already come like pre-plucked. So behind the hairline is where you want to start working, and there really isn't a specific way to do this. You just don't want to stay in the same section for too long because then you're going to end up with a bald spot. So during this process, I'm also going to use a spray bottle with some water in it just to help bring back the hair a little bit. When you're working with dry hair, you can't really see like how much you're plucking, but when it's wet, it just helps you know like not to pluck too much. Then once I'm done with that section, I'm going to just spray it a little bit more, and I'm going to comb it back and then part out another section for me to go behind and start plucking again. This is what you want to do so that you get a soft effect. Like if you just pluck in one area, it's just gonna look too bald. Like you want to continue going back in rows so that it gives you a real nice like gradient, like it's going from light and then it eventually gets fuller, you know, as you get into like the back of the hair, like the bundles and stuff. So now I'm just showing you guys a side-by-side comparison. So that's the side I just did, and then this is the side that I did not do yet. So as you can see, it's a little bit pre-plucked in the front, and then it kind of just gets pretty thick. But here is giving like gradient, it's giving light, and it gets fuller eventually. That's the look that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and just let you guys watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the front of the frontal. A trick with this, again, you don't want to stay in one spot for too long, and if you know that you're gonna do a middle part, do not focus on the middle. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because if you stay in the middle, I'm telling you, by the time it comes for you to make that middle part or even that side part, if you're doing it on the side too much, it will literally create a bald spot and you will not know. So if anything, stay away from the middle. You can pluck there, but be careful, because you will literally end up with a bald spot in the front of your middle part or on the front of your side part. So make sure if you're gonna go in, be easy. So I am finally done plucking both sides. So I'm just gonna go in, spray some water on the hair, and this is what it's looking like. As you can see, pretty gradient. You can't see a line or line of demarcation. There we go. I'm just combing through the hair. As you can see, it's nice and luscious. Get you some. Like I said, the link will be down below. And it's giving gradient. It's giving a natural hairline. I would not recommend plucking too much. You always want to go back and check, because if you over pluck, that's it. Take your time, start off slow, because yeah. So this is how much hair I plucked out of the frontal. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less. It depends on the hair. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. And as you can see, there is a big difference from when we first started. So guys, that is the end of today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and most importantly, I hope you guys learned something today about plucking and bleaching knots. Again, this is a 12-inch 13x6 150 density deep wave wig that can be found on my website, and of course I will leave that link down below. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias, like this video, share it, and comment down below what other videos you guys want to see, whether it's hair related, makeup related, and anything like that. So with that being said, you guys take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.